considering doing the whole vlog like this, but it's going to run my phone battery down and it's hitting my eyes. Better. Well, hello everybody. This is Joe welcoming you to Vlogovalanda's
3-day Spooktacular.
We're running down to Halloween with some tips on how to prepare for the big day, as well as hopefully a bit of entertainment when you get there. I'm kicking off the week with a pumpkin carving tutorial. I've put that there because tutorials normally indicate prior knowledge and also indicate that you should follow them in order to better yourself in a certain field. And that's probably not what's going to be happening today. But I mean, what's the worst you can do? You can't blow up your kitchen with pumpkins, so I guess you could cut your finger. But you should note that step 0 is to put on very loud Halloween music, such as Thriller, Ghostbusters theme, Monster Mash, and all that sort of stuff. So at the risk of the video being taken down, our Creative Commons dynamo, Kevin MacLeod, comes to our rescue again with some Halloween-themed music. Step 1. Grab a pumpkin from your local pumpkin supplier, i.e. supermarket. You want to grab an untampered pumpkin. It's definitely not like this, which clearly has it's already been carved. You want to get a nice big one and check for mould all around, because you don't want any of that, or at least as little of it as you can manage. Step 2. You want to take your knife or other carving apparatus and carve yourself a hole in the top. Alternatively, you could carve a back plate into what you know is going to be the back of the pumpkin, which allows you to get the candle in and out easier later. Except none of us were clever enough to think about that at the time. Okay, step 3. Start grabbing all of the guts out of the pumpkin and checking it into your nearest available bowl. Make sure you've got some paper down because it gets very messy. Also, apparently a lot of people aren't partial to the way this feels, although I think it's great. You'll want your pumpkin to be as empty as possible before you put the candle in and before you start carving, so it's worth getting a spoon and just scooping around the edges. Step 4 is to pick your pumpkin design. Now, astute pumpkin carvers will have already planned out their design well before they get the pumpkin, so they can decide what shape of pumpkin they want. But as I said before, tutorials imply prior knowledge, and we didn't have any. Now, once you've picked the design you're happy with, step 5 is to print it out and tape it to the part of the pumpkin that you want to carve on. Then you want to grab something pointy and start poking lightly through the paper and making imprints on the pumpkin. Once you're happy that you've pricked the outline of the design, you want to take the paper off and finally start carving. You want to be careful while you do this to keep watching your actual design on the paper to make sure you're cutting out the bits that are meant to be cut out and not keeping the bits that are meant to be cut out. Step 7, once you're happy with your carving, you can add a couple of extras by scoring lightly into the pumpkin and then pulling away at the skin to reveal light textures, and finally stick your candle in and display. That'll do it for me. I've got a busy schedule today. I didn't even mention the fact that I was actually home, although I hope that was self-evident. It was lovely seeing Lizzie, Sarah and Steve for the short time that I got to before I go back. Once I finish filming this and editing it, I'll be leaving for Cardiff to go and see Arctic Monkeys with Hilary and Poppy, and then I'll be staying over Rennes, so I get to do a nice fly-by visit of the group before I go back to ABBA, which is great. Yeah, that's about it from me. Hope you enjoyed the rest of the Spooktacular. Leo, I will see you on Wednesday, and Connor, I hope I will see you on Thursday, but I might see you on Friday, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, stay spooky, guys. Bye! Just in case Steve tries to fool you,
This was
Dixie's doing
I never said I carve pumpkins, okay?